No sound.
Yeah, I know what it is. Testing, testing. You guys can hear me now. Whoa, I almost died. Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome. It is Robeytech with Robeytech. We are back, and we are sorry. It's been a little bit, but we are back. And guys, it's 4 days of builds nonstop for the next 4 days. It's going to be super awesome. I'm really excited to be back and actually building. Damien did a great job. I think Damien did a great job of holding down the fort and keeping things going, which was absolutely awesome. And so, really glad. Really glad to be back with you guys and to be doing a build. This is part two. Part two of the build. Hold on, something's going on. Okay. Yeah. Hold on one sec. So we are glad to be back. We had a good time. It was hot, and I played with a lot of jets, and that was super cool. I feel like the mic is not as loud as normal. Jeez, guys. Maybe it sounds like just people started playing with stuff, and we'll just see what's going on. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more. It actually does seem quieter. Do you think he pushed a button and turned me down? You can control volume on this, right? Yeah, it seems like it does seem like it's actually a little bit lower. So we're gonna get this going in there. How about that? Whoa, that's really loud. But yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm turning it down. There we are. We're back into the yellow now. What you speak?
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Yeah, you're a little
I'm on level 2 as well.
Yeah, is that better? Okay, much better. I'm loud now. I turned it back down. Okay, so it's so good to see you guys. Sorry, it's been a little bit insane. It's been a little insane, I'm just trying to manage two things all at once. Okay, but we were busy in Virginia Beach playing with the Blue Angels, and that was super cool. And now we're here, and we're back to building. So it's 4 days of builds. So let me kind of walk you through what's happening, because it's a little bit insane, but I'm really excited about it. So you guys are going to get us. Today is part two of what was the first travesty of Robeytech, where we were unable to finish a build because that AIO did not fit in that case, which go to find out, I ended up talking to the team over at Lian Li, and they sent me a list of what you could do, and I was like, this is not okay. Like, so in the end, had a great conversation with Apex, got it all squared away. We're now in the Vision Compact, so all of the parts are gonna fit into this nicely. We'll essentially get this built out today, finished building out today, and get this out to him, and that'll be great. Then tomorrow, we actually have a very special stream from the team over at ASUS. We're going to be doing a build using the 9060 XT and just talking about budget builds and just what the capabilities are. That's going to be a super fun build. We're using the 8400F and then the 9060 XT. Thursday, we're back and we're doing a very special edition Dying Light the Beast build that was customized in the Fantex Evolve X case. From the team over at Blue Horse Studios. We're going to be giving that PC away on Thursday, so make sure you tune in, noon Pacific time. It'll be a lot of fun. Of course, Alex will be joining us. And then Friday, we're going to be doing Braxel's build, which Braxel will be having a lot of fun. And he's been waiting for this. We're going to be doing Braxel's build on Friday, and then that will finish out the week. So four days of builds back to back, and so it should be super cool. And if you've never played Dying Light is such a fun game. I know we're going to have. I think we're going to have 4 people playing with us on Thursday, and that should be a lot of fun. So it's going to be a good week of builds, lots of builds, all that sort of stuff. But just to recap, what mic has changed and gone low again. What? That's weird. It did. It really did go low. It really did go low again. That's weird. I don't know why. Okay, I turned it up more, but I don't know why it went low. That's weird. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So anyway, I'm really stoked. It should be a really fun time, and then we're gonna be back and doing that. So just be prepared for a large week. Now, to recap what has happened last week, Monday, we did a build. And we got to a point where we were installing the Lian Li AIO. It didn't fit. So we said, hey, we're going to switch. And so today, it's the exact same build. And I'll run through the parts and all that sort of stuff. The exact same build. We are in the exact same place where we were, as if we didn't make the mistake, as if that problem didn't happen. And so now we're inside of the Lian Li Vision the o11 Vision Compact. We're gonna be top mounting the HydraShift 2 LCD, and we are just gonna continue the process and then move forward for that. So it should be pretty cool. So let me walk through the parts that are in here. You guys are already looking in and being like, oh, Robey, there's parts in here. Well, we had built the PC as if it was gonna work. So we were like, well, we're just gonna shift it over to the brand new case and go from there. So just a reminder of what's inside of it. And the one thing we're missing is the CPU. We're using the well, I have one right back here. So we'll use this box. We're using the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X 3D, pretty much the king of gaming. Now, I've gotten some heat recently on TikTok. It's like at 100,000 views right now, which is actually pretty funny. Where I do want to do some clarity here, because one of the things that drives me bonkers is when people build these PCs, a lot of times they have limitations in terms of how much money they can spend, okay? That is a thing that they have. And so, you know, I've had a couple videos that kind of went out, and one of the things that I say is that this may not necessarily be the best choice for 1440p or 4K gaming, because all in all, as you start to jump up in overall performance on a GPU, the gap in terms of what this gives you from the X3D and the, you know, that extra L3 cache that's underneath and all that sort of stuff starts to diminish overall. And so one of the things is that a lot of times is that people will spend the extra money on a CPU like this instead of spending the money on upgrading a GPU, which will be a much bigger jump in overall performance. Now, if you have a 5080 and you're trying to, and you have the extra money to go up to a 9800X 3D and you just want to have the best of the best, that absolutely makes sense. But if you're going to go and be like, oh, I have enough money and I've got a 5070 and then I'm going to do a 9800X 3D, that money could actually jump you up to a 5070 Ti, which is going to be a much bigger jump at 1440p than any CPU is essentially going to get. So I love this CPU. It's an absolutely amazing CPU, but it's just become this like, I must have, and people don't think sometimes. And so one of the things that we're trying to get people to do is just think a little bit before you buy your CPU. It is important, but it is not the most important thing for gaming, especially as you start to go to higher resolution. So anyway, all that to say, 9800X 3D is inside of this build. The second thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting it inside of the beautiful ROG Strix X870-A gaming Wi-Fi. You can see that it's already in there right now. Absolutely stunning MOBO, all white, VRM, Wi-Fi 7, all that kind of jazz, which is going to be super, super cool. So I think it's going to be an absolutely beautiful, beautiful build, and it's going to look great inside of the case. In fact, we know it does because it's literally sitting in there right now. So it's going to look great. It's got all of the things that ASUS loves, their Q-Latch system, their Q stuff, all of their Q stuff for they're basically the motherboard and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to look incredible. And so I'm excited to get to use this again. And it's already, you can see that it looks stunning inside of the build as it fits right now. Continuing on the GPU side, keeping with the Aero, the white theme, we're using the GeForce RTX 5080 Aero. Now, one of the things that you guys do know is a lot of times I don't like to mix and match GPU brands and colors. The one thing that's actually really nice about the Gigabyte ones is that you can set and forget the overall color stuff. And so I think it starts as blue. It may actually also be white. So all in all, even if the aesthetic changes, it's just one of those things that you can set it, uninstall it, not run Gigabyte Center anymore, and still have your RGB if you wanted to do that. So it was one of those rare cases where sometimes, I mean, let's just be honest, a lot of the ASUS GPUs have a tendency to be more expensive, right? And when you're trying to maximize your budget, I can understand where people are saying, well, I'd rather have a 5080 than go to a 5070 Ti because I have to pay X amount of money, especially if you want the overall to match the aesthetic. And let's just be honest, the 5080 Aero is just a very, very clean AIO. For cooling this thing, and I'm actually more excited about this because it just works better from a top-mounted perspective, we're using the Lian Li HydraShift 2 LCD-C. So this is their wireless TL version of the HydraShift. They completely changed the naming scape for these, but all in all, it was a great cooler. I think one of the things that was frustrating is that people looked at it and they saw where it sat in our stack ranking of coolers, and just because it wasn't at the very top, people just assume it's a bad cooler. But again, it's not a bad cooler, it's just not the best cooler, and all in all, for most people, the majority of you, 99% of you, this is going to be absolutely fine. And so absolutely stunning cooler. Aesthetically, it's probably one of the cleanest looking ones with just the shorter hoses and all that sort of stuff. And it will fit inside of this case. So that's a key part of this whole thing. For PSU, we're using one of the best ones, obviously, for a case like this, and that's the Lian Li EG1000G. A couple things I really like about this: the cables are really nice. It's got the blue connector on the 16 pin just to make sure that it connects all the way. It's just a very, very easy PSU to manage in this kind of case configuration. And all in all, like, the cables and stuff look really, really good. Again, very Lian Li-ish. That, you know, honestly, Lian Li does such a good job of trying to innovate and make PC DIY easier. And so just very, very excited to get to use this and just what they've done with their PSUs. I think the only other thing is storage and RAM, which is already in there. We're going to be using a 4 terabyte Samsung 990 EVO drive for our storage, which is already installed. So plenty of room for, you know, some games, right? You could play some Borderlands 4, you could put in, you know, Call of Duty, and that's it. Maybe another game. We'll have to kind of see, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. And then of course the other one that's actually really nice is we're using that white G.Skill Triton Z5. It's 64 gigs of RAM there, so it's going to be more than enough RAM for him. It's Triton Z Neo, so it's got that Expo, and so the white actually looks super clean, and you can see that in there already. Now, not as if there wasn't enough RGB already inside of this build. We're adding more, and that is the Strimer wireless, both the 16-pin and the 24-pin Strimer cables. So this is just going to have lots of RGB, all of it controlled wirelessly, which is going to be very, very nice. So the ecosystem is all the same. And then, of course, we're also using Lian Li Uni TL wireless fans, which will mean that the whole complement. So this is a very, very Lian Li heavy build. With all of the ecosystem. It's pretty much L-Connect 3 is going to take care of most of the RGB. We'll probably set and forget using Armory Crate, which the good thing is that they've made that just way, way, way more light. So we'll use some Armory Crate just to get things set. But this is what's going inside of the build. Some of it is already done, so we're just gonna kind of pick off and pretend like the first day didn't happen. Or you can watch that, and then once you get to the point where the AIO, just close your eyes, hit next on the next video. You have to scroll through a couple because then you'll be like, who's this weirdo who's on there? That's not Robey. And then you'll actually be on my my one. So yeah, that's all the things. It was just a dream. That's right, a very, very, very bad dream. Okay, so that's where we're at. So let me get the parts out of the way. And go from there. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I don't use the Strimer cables very often, so it'll be interesting. I haven't used them in a build in a hot minute, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Since it's 5.5 weeks until Halloween, are you floating around costume ideas this year? Do you have a Hufflepuff gear as a standard backup option? Yeah, I always have Hufflepuff gear. I mean, honestly, dude, I spent so much money on that Harry Potter thing. I feel like I can wear it for at least 5 years, but I do not know. I actually haven't gotten that far. Right now, my focus, we're just trying to get through TwitchCon. And once TwitchCon's over, I'll start to focus on all the other things, which is gonna be kind of the key one. It's like TwitchCon, and then from there, it'll be kind of about PDX land. And then I'll be excited about, you know, everything from so. Which is better, this AIO or the Galahad 2 LCD? Honestly, they're both, the Galahad 2 LCD is actually a better AIO. So it's better at cooling performance. And honestly, Braxel, please don't change your mind. Your parts are ordered. Sorry, buddy. That's kind of locked at this point in time. So don't be like, but you have they're both great AIOs. They serve different functions. Is kind of the way to think about it. So yeah, TwitchCon is actually TwitchCon is, oh, there's, hey, I found the box. So I could have found it. Yeah, there, hey, we found it. TwitchCon is pretty big. To be honest, I think Computex is probably one of the big, like Computex and CES are kind of the big ones. But yeah, it's also a big one, I agree. It's not the biggest, but it's pretty big. Okay. All right, guys, so where we are now, so if you remember, what we were doing is we were sticking in the AIO and all that sort of stuff. Now the AIO originally was going to go here at the side, but in the Lian Li o11 Vision Compact, we actually have top mounting, which is ideal, honestly, for that AIO. So we're going to go from there. So yeah, yeah. Braxel's all like, oh, okay.
It's like, sorry, buddy. At this point in time, we're not changing parts.
yeah, you know, you're literally, you're week of at this point. We've already ordered everything, everything's heavy. Firstly, somebody says, firstly, thank you for all the videos. How about a Robeytech uniform? Now, that'd be actually kind of cool. Firstly, thank you for helping me so much and assisting me in the first build right now. Quick question, is it okay to ask general PC build questions or is it not? No, you can ask questions. The one thing I will say is just during a stream, it's really hard for me to respond, but people do like to respond to you as best they can. The best place to ask is via the Discord server, which now that I'm home, not really, no, I'm not very much home. So I leave for Phoenix on Friday, on Saturday. So, but honestly, to get your general questions asked, usually the best place right now is the Discord tech questions for now. I will try my best to answer the questions while we can, but it's a little bit hard. Can I ask what CPU gets 70 plus temp, mostly what happens with AIO color? Can I ask when CPU gets 70 plus temp, mostly what? So honestly, it depends, Salman, on the curve that you set. Some people have a tendency to set curves for 70% and you'll see the AIO ramp up. Some people don't like to do that. And so what they'll do is they'll still keep it quiet. Riddick, you're amazing. Thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Also, Tedgar, thank you very much for the sub as well. You know, a lot of times what happens is it just depends. Sometimes people like to make it louder and keep it at that temp. Some people, they like to conserve energy and only have it when it really needs it. So usually for ours, like the standard curves, and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll run the AI cooling on these. Sorry, I got a kind of a scratchy nose. And that has a tendency to be kind of like my typical choice, which, I mean, at that point in time, it's running 75, 80%, which the way that we show that in our reviews is we call it gaming. It's what gaming is, and that's what the midpoint decibel level is. So for a lot of people, they like to have the AIOs be really, really quiet during gaming because you just don't want to have it blasting in your ear. So hopefully that answers that question. I know, Araxnus, trust me, I miss it too. I hope to be back in there very, very soon. It has been, I mean, Brian can attest. It has been a whirlwind, and honestly, Q4 and the end of Q3 are usually very, very busy times for us. I promise, once I get through TwitchCon, I will be way more active because it'll just be nothing but streams and chilling with you guys, which I'm actually pretty excited about. Lex has Ash costume, so how about doing a Robeychew? Dude, could I do a Pikachu, like a Robeychew? I wonder what that would look like. Would I be black and red? Okay, dad joke. We've done zero building right so far. Doing a really good job here. Okay, did you hear about the kidnapping at school? Did you hear about the kidnapping at school?
He was asleep for 3 hours.
It's fine, he woke up. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine, he woke up. Yeah, there it is. It's fine, he woke up. He was a kid, it was a kidnapping. He was sleeping. You see how it is? Yeah, it was pretty good. So, man, okay. So anyway, we should probably do something in this build. We do want to, yeah, Kurosaki. Oh. That was dark in the beginning. Yes, it was. You know what? They were right. You do sound like an owl.
I sound like an owl?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Who said that?
Who?
You got me.
Yes! Yes! That's what they said. Who? Oh man, he needed a good laugh. Brian's had a bit of it. Virginia Beach is a rough one on him. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, guys, is we're just gonna get our side fans installed. So we've got reverse fans in here. Just gonna get these on. This is we're actually now progressing past where we were. The nightmare that was the build that did not get finished. Aren't owls supposed to be wise? Brian is very wise. He's a very wise guy. 1 point for Robey. Thanks, buddy. You know what? I will say, you know, I think that sometimes builders assume that PC builders don't groom themselves because you're supposed to have long nails for this, and not all guys do. Some of us do this. We're not giving this one away, no Momo. The giveaways that we do are all based on likes, thumbs up. So if we get a lot of thumbs up, we'll give away some gift cards. We do have PCs that we do give away on stream from time to time. We're gonna be doing one tomorrow, Thursday, we're gonna be giving a build away on stream. So make sure you tune in noon Pacific time right here. We're gonna be giving away a beautiful custom Dying Light build. So that should be fun. And that's on for Thursday. Teddy Bear came over to say hi to you, but he doesn't understand video isn't in person. Oh, okay, well, you need to have a conversation. I'm hoping Teddy Bear is not a real person. Like, subscribe, and toot for Robey. What does toot mean? I mean, like, does that just mean that you're passing gas, or, you know, it's just like, I mean, which is fine. Like, we're all about, you know, healthy bodily things happening. You know, I just wanted to confirm, you know, I understood.
I've never really thought of a fart honoring somebody.
Yeah, maybe if that's, you know, if you've only got one or two to spare, that, like, you know, it's like, in honor of you, I've let go of my very powerful fart or something, I don't know. He is the friendliest Rottweiler. Ooh, that is usually not a term that goes together, friendly and Rottweiler. So, and that may not be a very high bar, but I will, knowing who you are, in need of temperance, I do believe that he is actually a friendly Rottweiler. Dude, I love sweet iced tea. So I take that well. Yeah, I can talk. Yeah, Araxis, I can do that. I will hug you and you better like it. Sounds about right. By the way, guys, I don't know if you saw on Instagram, but your boy did build a PC with Miss Virginia. That was interesting. I never thought that would be a thing I would do, but you know what? I did it. Built a PC with Miss Virginia. Spell check. That happens to a lot of people. Spell check ruined my joke. What's up, Jor1? I just have never thought that I would ever, like, that would ever be on my list. I would be like, hey. He let people break into my car while he was inside of it. Oh, that seems, yeah, that's a little too friendly. He was like, take what you want, take what you want. Just pet me. Dude, who would be dumb enough to break into a car with a Rottweiler sitting inside of it?
Or high enough.
I mean, she was the Miss Virginia. So it's Miss USA Virginia, not Miss America Virginia. There's a difference. So she's going to the Miss Universe pageant or Miss USA pageant, who then goes to Miss Universe. I did learn all this stuff. I know now way more than I probably ever wanted to know. Dude, there were 2 Rottweilers and somebody broke into the car. That is a brave individual. I would never do that. Okay, here's what he says. I've been saving for years now and decided to splurge at all now because prices are at an all-time low. Ended up with a 9000X 3D, 5080, 32 gig, 6000, all the goodness. I'm just waiting to see my parts arrive. Right now I'm reading up on how to set up my stuff once the build is done, and since I want to extend the life of my parts, I don't plan on upgrading anytime soon. Came across PBO and undervolting for the 9800. What's your guys' take on it? Necessary? Does it help? No. I mean, honestly, dude, if you have the right AIO and the right fan setup, you do not need to do anything. PBO, I would turn on by default. PBO is fine. It's just a little bit of extra performance, which is totally okay. But like this build right here, which is a 9800X 3D 5080, all we're gonna do is turn PBO on. The temperatures under load are going to be way, way away from TJ Maxx. And honestly, playing with undervolting and stuff like that, there's chances for instability and all that sort of stuff, and then you can get gremlins. Just run it the way it needs to run. That's my 2 cents. Honestly, it's got such a low TDP that don't let yourself get mired in analysis paralysis. Just get it built, turn it on, and then if it does what you need it to do, don't play with it. As long as the temps and stuff are good, you're good. So. Most people do not undervolt or anything or like that, yeah. Yeah, Windows keys are back, guys. We are actually, today is a sponsored stream from the team over at VIP/TDK Deals. And yeah, for most games, remember, where you're gonna get the most of the power is not from the actual CPU, you're gonna get it from the GPU. So, which, I mean, again, if you really want to, NVIDIA's AI overclocking is great. So if you wanted to just try and get some extra performance out of it, you're gonna, huh? What? Did? Oh, is it, oh, did I not have it in front? Dang it, Brian. Dang it. We were so prepared. Yeah, I mean, using the AI overclocker for, is gonna help, could be the biggest help, right? And it's very easy inside of the NVIDIA app. And then you can see what your temps are like and just see it. But I mean, honestly, you don't have to. Sorry about the lit music, guys. It gets weird sometimes. Where did I happen to the... We're looking for our little add-on here. Oh, there it is. Cool. So yeah. Hey, Zenu, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs. Guys, really, really appreciate the financial support. You guys are awesome. It's so great. I'm so grateful for it. Does the M.2 above the GPU always drop? No. So John, it very much depends on your motherboard, and so you just need to look at your motherboard manual to make sure that that's not going to be a problem. Landsworth also dropping 10 to gifted subs. Guys, you're just trying to make me cry today. I think that's what's happening, dude. You're just trying to make me cry, and I am very grateful. Thank you, guys. So it means a lot. It does. You love me. You really, really love me. Despite what Brian tells me. I don't know if we're gonna start a hype train. Let's not be crazy, okay? This isn't Blondie Guess's bad RAM click temp settings. Okay, there we go. Okay, that one's in. Dang it, I'm gonna have to twist this around again, I think. We do have an amazing community. Shed just one. Yeah, I know. I usually, but you know me, I'm terrible at learning from my mistakes. So let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Robey's not very good at learning from his mistakes. Okay, right now what Robey's trying to do is set the thing on the other side. There we go. Come on, it's gonna work. Trying to get this to go. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, I just used it. Aren't you impressed? No, you're not. Oh my. Okay, there we go. All right, so now what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna take this right here. We've actually now progressed past where we were before. Actually moved in the right direction. Build is in progress in the right way. Look, we have more fans than we had last time. There we go. Oh, wow. And just like that, more stuff has occurred. We are now on to the next part of this whole thing. Okay, so that's good. Let's see, where do we have some fan connections here? Do we have them all on the side here? It looks like we do. We have some black here, a couple fan options up top, AIO. So we have AIO pump, and then we have CPU and CPU optional. We have a couple down at the bottom, which I've got one set down there already. Let's see if this goes long enough. It may not. It may not. We'll see. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe this is all going to work the way we want it to. Let's see. Which is okay. Okay, so we're going to run this down like this. Oh, yep, there we go. And we're going to go right down here. We're trying anyway. There we go. All right. Okay, so there we go. So now we got that fan hooked up. Next up, guys, we're actually going to attempt the impossible. We're going to attempt to put the AIO inside of this build for reals now, okay? Everybody hold your breath until it's done. Hold your breath. Do not breathe. Did you say you... Who, me? I do not have a micro center next to me. I don't have a micro center. The closest micro center to me is like jump on a plane, go to LA, and go from there. I do not have a micro center next to me. So.
Unless you include the room next door.
Yeah. Okay, hold your breath. Yeah, unless you, yeah. I joke that I do have a micro center next to me because it's like literally my parts closet, but yeah. Why do you ask, Braxel? What do I lose out going with an B850 mobile compared to X870? So X870 usually includes more PCI 5 lanes, sometimes. Usually standard, it comes with Wi-Fi 7. There will be more Gen 5 lanes here too. And then the other thing too is it usually includes stuff for overclocking. Not a whole lot. We do not recommend that most people go to X870. It's not really worth spending the money on. So, Braxel, I was joking about being next to next to me in terms of there's one in my part closet. But yeah, I'm not really close to a micro center at all. So yeah. Yeah, I could go to Santa Clara. That is also not close to me because I live in Seattle, so that would be a ways. Yeah, B850 or B650, even though B650 is discontinued, I would recommend B850. Oh, there we go. Okay. That was like really stuck in there. Oh. Yeah, I know some people I know we keep getting told, like Micro Center says, we'll put it on our voting list. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, don't tell me that. Just say like, hey, thanks for asking, buddy, but you should just cry at home. You know what I mean? I would feel better if they responded that way. Yes, Braxel, I've been to the one in Tustin and in Dallas, yeah. We do not have one near us, though. We just literally have to cry every day.
I mean, if they're okay with Jeff Bezos getting all that revenue.
Well, I have plenty of people. Like I have Tom who lives near one, Damien lives near one. I have lots of people who live near a micro center. So, I mean, if I really needed to go to a micro center, I could go to a micro center. But I mean, all in all, like for us, I do live where Amazon is. So like where like Amazon HQ is here. So I can get parts pretty quickly if I really needed to. Okay, guys, magic is happening now. We're gonna put this in. Yeah, they do not have micro centers in Canada. Don't they have PC Canada or something like that though? Or isn't there some sort of like Canada like tech store? I thought they did. Everything is magic. Do, do, do. Okay, there's our extras, screws. Okay, guys, this is where we were before this nightmare. That was yesterday, but we're past it now. I'm okay. I'm not no PTSD, you know. Okay, let's throw some thermal paste on this CPU. Whoa, I should probably lock that in. Seems like a good idea. let's do that real quick. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna lock that in. Screw. There we go. Now we're locked in. Let's grab some thermal paste. Some thermal paste. Or as they say in Italy, thermal pasta. Why aren't thermal pads used over thermal paste? To be honest, the price is a lot of the reasons. Like a lot of times thermal pads have a tendency to be a little bit more expensive. And I mean, some people, I don't know, I don't really have a good reason. I mean, logic doesn't always apply here, you know? I don't mind thermal paste. And honestly, so many motherboards and AIOs just come with it that, I don't know, it's just kind of the prevalent thing. There you go. There we go. Perfect. There we go. All covered in PCPU blood. You guys are witnessing tech gore. Do you think slightly frosted glass and white builds? I think so. Oh yeah, somebody wants to see this parts list. Yeah, you can show you the parts list here. Here we go. There you go. That was it. That was the parts list. Oh, it's still there. Oh, no, let's put it away. There it is. That was the parts list. That's all you wanted to see, right? Okay, done. Yeah, they do have the sheets. Yeah. Do you want more than that? Do you want it longer? Or was that good enough, Araxinus? I can make it 1 second longer. For every 30 subs, I will leave it up for 1 second. Just kidding. That's terrible. Could you imagine if I was like that kind of guy? Oh yeah. You actually want to see the parts? 1 sub. Do you think the temps with this cooler and fans for the same components would be fine? And yes, I think it would be. But okay, for people who are just really curious, and I just feel bad about teasing Araxinus. Zemos ZGA, thank you very much for the sub. We have the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D, the Asus RG Strix X870A, gaming Wi-Fi, Gigabyte Aero RTX 5080 in white, Samsung Evo Plus 4TB Gen 4 NVMe drive, G-Skill Trident Z5 64 gigs of 6000 mega transfer CL30 RAM, Lian Li o11 Vision Compact in white, the Asus Lian Li, oh sorry, that's wrong. The Lian Li Hydra Shift 2 360 TL LCD, it's not the Asus. Sean just randomly put Asus in there, no idea why, but where we go. And then the Lian Li Edge 1000 watt PSU. So that's all the parts that are inside of this. Okay, let's go ahead and get our thing mounted now. I'm so excited about this, guys, because this was such a nightmare on the last episode. So now, like, progress is happening in the best possible ways. How we doing on YouTube likes, guys? Can I have a free PC? If you want to send me $3,000 in cash, I will send you a free PC. Okay, 63 guys. This is the commission build from last week. Yes, we are now progressing beyond. I wish it worked that way, Kurosaki, but it doesn't. If you give me free $3,000 cash, I will give you a free PC. That's kind of the way I look at it. Free cash for free PC. I feel like that's a solid deal. Okay, let's see here. Actually, I think I'm gonna run it back here. I think it'll be better. I wonder, let me ask, have you guys ever seen it where somebody just randomly asked, can I have a free PC? And somebody said, yep. Like, has that ever happened, like, to anybody? I mean, like, maybe it has, and right, maybe that's why people do it. They're like, Oh geez, that's like really not going in there. Well, those are, okay, those were, I was like, why is this not, they needed to be pushed apart apparently. Like, has anybody ever been like, yeah, sure, dude, here you go. I just happen to have this, you know, this $5,000 rig right here. You can just take it. Because I love you, man. Oh yeah, there we go. Get up there. Get up there. Oh, look at that. This is what it looks like when a Jeep, when an AIO fits. Amazing. And it even has the extra slots to plug in the extra, put in the extra screws. It's so awesome. Thank you very much, Muffin Man. I'm trying to win opening this bag with my teeth. It's not winning. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Well, that's very nice of you, Mnemonic. If I had Elon Musk money, I would just be doing this naked right now. Just kidding. It's just like, what's the most random thing I can say? And then being like, yeah, well, what are you gonna do? That turned weird. That was kind of the point. Like, I was just like, I didn't really know what to say, so I was like, you know what, let's just say something completely off the cuff that nobody was expecting. And it worked. Nobody was ready for my shenanigans. Okay. Look at that, guys. That's what it's called when an AIO works. Okay, and we're gonna put a couple extra screws here to put the 420 in stuff here. So it holds that, the extra, it has like extra screws for the hose stuff, which is actually pretty nice. So all in all, this is like the perfect case for this AIO. So we'll have lots of screws in here. That is true. The best thing in life are weird. That's why I'm so glad Brian's here. Guys, this is going together. This is like in progress in the best way. The WoW, well, I have the WoW mini stick, but I haven't bought the other one yet. I need to buy it because it would still be faster than this Linus one. Thank you, I appreciate that. I do also like progress. Did you guys enjoy the builds with Damien, by the way? Is that something we should continue doing? Is like when Robey's got to go on vacation or something like that? No, Anthony, it wasn't the Mini V2, it was the Lian Li Vision, and it wouldn't sit in the side slot because it's actually a little bit wider. Any of the ASA ones are great. What are you, Brax, I meant to ask, I know you asked me that question and I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but what do you want to do with that? Is it just for like web browsing and stuff like that? The VivoBooks are great. I've used them, they're nice. That's a good answer. It is. The unbuffed RAM is shiny. Yeah, buff RAM is shinier. Okay, there we go. So we have all sorts of screws up there now. All the screws. I do miss Deepcool. They were an option, but I think that they've rebranded and become something else. To be honest, I feel like they're still here. They're just called a different name. So I don't feel like they're as gone as we think they are.
Well, the old fireworks trick.
Yeah. What is the old fireworks trick then?
Well, like every time you go to buy fireworks every year, it's like the same fireworks, but they just have a different name because they got, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, this seems like the same company, but it really is. Oh, well then, dude, yeah, that's a great laptop. You're not gonna have any problems whatsoever with that laptop for paying bills. It can pay bills with the best of them. USB, we got like 37 headers. What the deuces with all the headers here? Okay, so throw this one. Okay. CPU's in the middle. Actually, we'll go up through the bottom here. That makes the most sense. Okay. Pull the little protectors here. Okay. So first one is our CPU.
This is our fans for our CPU right here. There we go right there.
Okay, CPU. And this is the other two, which is our
AIO pump.
There we go. Okay. So there's those, and then the last one goes down here at the bottom. And this is our USB. It goes down here.
And that is going to hook up our, make sure our screen is good for, it'll connect.
There we go. Okay, perfect. So now we got all that. So let's get it slotted now. And I like the slotting technique of this AIO, by the way. It's actually pretty nifty. It feels like they've given me a lot of cables. I'm like, what is this extra cable? Gotta figure that out here in a minute. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Okay,
Looks like it's going to be a real tight fit.
It's always a tight fit, but it looks good. It looks really good. Okay. So we got to pull this off here. There we go. And then this is like I really like the way this mounts here. So it's got a little slide. I just slide in here. There it goes, just like that. Makes it really, it's mounted, which is cool. Let me grab our screws. The extra cable you were looking at on your desk is the L connector. Hey, Robey, will I be seeing you this weekend in Arizona? Yes, DePoets, I will be there. You're going there too? When do you fly in? Do you get in on Saturday or do you get in on Sunday? Oh, you get in Saturday. Okay, so I get in Saturday too, but it doesn't really start until Sunday. So I was kind of surprised that we're getting there. We were getting there that early. But yeah, I'll be there. I will be there. Looking forward to it, dude. There's no connections on the AIO anywhere. And this goes off. And there you go. And that's the thing about this amazing AIO is that it's like the hoses look really cool. It's just nice and tight. That looks good. That looks good. One thing I got to do is pull these up. Which I don't have as much room as I typically do for this. I'm trying to see if I can get them to stay up. Because usually I run them up and then strap them up through an AIO cable up here, but I might have to, I could do it with this, I think. Just to keep them up. What's up, Texas Haas? How are you, man? There we go. This is just to keep the cables up above so we don't see any bad dangling cables. That's what I don't want. I want clean build. Okay, there's that one. There you go. Keep that up. This will keep these up so we don't have any cables dropping below the line, which is what we don't want. What I'm gonna go do right now is take this one, tie this up here. That'll make sure that all these cables stay taut and hidden. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we cut to minimize damage to our pride. Okay, that holds those screws in. I mean those things in, so that way you don't have any cables that are going to dangle down. And now everything stays nice and hidden. Okay, guys, remember that step we couldn't do? It's done. The AIO is in. It looks great. It's all plugged up now, plugged in now. I think that looks awesome. There we go. Thank you very much, Igor, for the sub. Figment, thank you for the resub. 28 months, 51 months from Igor, man. Igor, you are a gentleman and a scholar, my friend. I missed you at QuakeCon, my man. Okay, so this is all good. AIO is all in. Build looks great. I really am very happy with how this is looking. Look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? Oh, and then that's what this is. Haha! I realized what you were talking about. Yes. That's so I don't have to, that's what you're talking about. Yes, I just now realized what this cable was that you were talking. When you said the L connector. Yes, I'm going to be using that. So that plugs into this. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot this. There we go. Now that's all nice and hidden. Let me disconnect this thing. Now what you can do if you wanted to, you can use these to maybe you can use these. Wow. There he goes. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's what's so nice about the Hydra shift. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little tool right here. This is called the, this is the wireless hub. It's gonna plug in down here. Okay, cool. So now we have the wireless connection. Pop this into the other USB port down here. Okay, cool. And then we just got to figure out where we're going to mount that. Guys, AIO is done. And if you wanted to, you could. It's up to you. But you can, instead of plugging them directly into the MOBO, you can literally just plug them into this. And then the wireless would actually control the overall speed of the fans and stuff like that. But we actually plugged ours directly into the MOBO. So we'll let the AI cooling do the managing and stuff for that. These are all empty. Tried to kill Brian, didn't work. Okay, so now, guys, AIO's in. Let's do a little bit of cable management here in the back just to clean this up a little bit, and then we will finish out our build. And I think what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna want this pretty much like right here. So as close to and out of the way at the same time. And this is the wireless controller. There we go. Okay, so now, let's see what we can do here. This. Oh, I just realized we're missing connections here. So I'll fix those real quick. So we have a HD audio and our front panel that need to get plugged in. Let's plug those in real quick. Ugh. I don't know why that wasn't working. This is not going through. HD audio going in where it needs to go in. we go. And then front panel connector, which is right here. And that will take care of the last little bit of the connections here. And there we go. Maybe, there it is. Oh, I messed up. Get in there, front panel. There we go. Okay, there's all our connections. Okay, cool. Now I can do the cable management. Ugh.
Want this to be loose enough that it doesn't get too crazy. There we go.
I want that on the other side of that rubber flap there. There we go. There we go. It's because, it looks like it's because one is a sensing wire, so it doesn't actually have all 4 pins, but you can plug it into your, if you wanted to plug it into a different, fan header, and then still plug the sensing one into the CPU fan header so you don't get the error. That's what it looks like for me. It's actually not the only one. There's a couple of them on here that seem to have the extra headers, which is strange, but you know, I guess that's why they did that. So I didn't plug them in. Because one is literally just for, it doesn't actually do anything. It's just to say, like, for, so the, so it knows what speed it's running at. Okay. No, I don't think so, but I guess we'll find out. But it shouldn't. Like, I don't think it needs that. The USB has more than enough power to do the power stuff, so it shouldn't need it for that. Now I could do the sensible thing and actually just look at the manual, but you know, who reads books? Actually, I try to. Yeah, because I mean, ideally, I think what Lian Li would want is that they want you to just do everything in their L-Connect software, and so that's what the plugging it in and then having it just done via the wireless power is going to be the ideal thing for their perspective, but not necessarily what you may want to do, right? So, okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, takes care of those. Okay, cables are all clean now. Some nice and set up for the future. There we go. That'll be for the power cable. Perfect. Okay, so that takes care of all of the stuff. All the main cables are all nice and clean now. Now, what's next is GPU. GPU time, guys. Tacos sound good. I would eat tacos. I never get sick of tacos or chimichangas.
I think I could always go for like spaghetti. That just always sounds good too.
I had
to me.
spaghetti. Like my parents, I went over to my folks' house, Papa Robeytech's house for dinner, and they made like a seafood spaghetti, which I've never actually been a huge fan of, but this one was actually pretty tasty.
What kind of
with like
seafood stuff?
shrimp. It was
Okay.
just shrimp with like a white sauce. It was pretty tasty, so I appreciated it. It is Taco Tuesday. I wonder if we're doing I don't know what we're doing for dinner yet. I don't know if we're doing tacos or what. Looks like we need 2. Okay, 2 slots. There we go. Push this up a little bit so you guys can see. I don't think they have a white version of their crosshair. I think all their like high-end boards outside of the Apex. The Apex is the only one in white. And you're paying a lot of money for your Apex board. Oh, and I must have missed what Org said. I haven't seen Org. There you go. 2 cables. Looks beautiful. Beautiful. Boom. And then we'll move that up to hold. That may not work actually. To see. There it is. That looks so good. That is a beautiful card. Not on this one. We've already done the testing and stuff on this one because we bench, it's a commission build, so no peelies on this one. And there we go. And the fans go right up to the edge. I'm going to see if we'll be able to use the sag bracket. Oops. There we go. Pop this in here. Boom. Boom. All right. So now, let's see. I'm gonna see if the sag bracket can be used to hold this up. see. Might hit this fan though. Seems to be okay. Okay, we'll see. It is holding it up right now. It looks like it's spinning. We'll have to see when it spins full speed if that actually works. Okay, guys. So GPU is in. GPU is in. Oh, this build, very, very pretty. What don't you think, Brian? Very attractive.
It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. It's coming out very clean, which I like. So next step is the PSU. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. The rear fan. Got to put the rear fan on. The key release just makes it a whole lot easier, dude. So. J-Rock's like, I'm just gonna come up with any excuse why Robey should give me this PC. The QLatch stuff just makes building easy. I mean, it's really only something you use. Probably maybe you can count the number of times you use it on one finger. I mean, sorry, one hand. I meant to say one hand, not one finger. Because you aren't going to be taking stuff out. Yes, I do build PCs for people. This is a commission. But it does make the PC building experience better. Your mic is not working. What? Is it dead? I can see my mic working. I can see it working right here. Yeah. Does it sound weird? Dude, what is even going on? Oh yeah, it is. Hold on one sec, guys. I can see it coming through. Okay, how's that? I turned it back on. Okay, that was weird. Is that better? Okay. All I did was plug it in, unplug it, and plug it back in. That's all I did. Makes 0 sense, but whatever. I have never had that issue. Now, I'm not saying that you had, like, maybe I haven't had that problem, but other people might have, but yeah. Tech is great when it works. Yes, that's a good point. Okay, so here's more random hardware to go into this bin. I was like, this is going so smoothly. It feels like something's not in here yet. Oh yeah, the rear fan. Okay. I build a lot of PCs, so I haven't had that problem. Dr. McNugget, by the way, J-Rock, also thank you for the subs. And then I'm gonna stretch from DJ Techno. Oh, that feels good. Oh, that felt good. Thank you, DJ Techno. I needed that, actually. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching out for me. Brian just looks at me and says, dance, monkey, dance.
Build, computer boy.
Build, computer boy, build. Ain't nobody got time for your whininess. I don't know if we want to know what's growing after all those licks. It's like a Tootsie Roll. Little do you know that my spit is responsible for the birth of xenomorphs. There we go. Okay, I gotta take these off. Blondie loves nostril cam. It's her favorite. Especially when after I've been outside in the dust. Oh. She did we get a request, dude? She's not gonna like you. She's gonna come and assassinate you. You lie, sir. That's what she says. Okay, let's grab the silver screws. There we go. Do I lie? Do I really?
Blondie's lucky that we just returned that lens that we borrowed.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine the size of nostril cam in that case? Would
200 millimeter zoom.
200 millimeter zoom nostril cam. She couldn't handle that kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I say we rent it again just to have it for the next stream.
Not to take this into too much of a weird conversation.
Anytime it starts with that, you already know that you've already gone over the ledge there.
Have you ever used those like ear camera scraper things?
No. Wait, no?
Yeah.
Are
To
you
like
saying
clean your ears?
we should show that as like a tech thing?
I'm sure we could hook it up somehow because there's like an app that you like watch yourself cleaning your ears. And it's
Okay, well, if we get 1,000 subs in the next 2 minutes, we'll clean my ears. Because I'm making it impossible for that to actually ever be a thing ever. Clean my ears. Hey guys, welcome to the Clean My Ears stream. I'm your host. Dude, somebody out there is like, you need to do it. You need to clean your ears. I'm gonna have to remove the GPU. I'd watch that.
Is it Blondie's birthday?
No, it's not. Is it really? Is it your birthday? How come we did not know that? It's not your birthday, is it really? Wait, hold on. Is it your birthday? Today's your birthday? What? And then
Happy birthday,
Happy
Blondie.
birthday, Blondie.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I do. I gotta remove the bottom one so I can do the Q latch. That's awesome. There you go. Come on, there he goes. Yep. No scratches. Okay, now I need to grab this. What did we get you your birthday thing? Did you get your birthday card yet? I know we always get you one. So I'm trying to get this rear fan in and then I'll focus on your birthday. Sounds really bad when I say it that way. This rear fan's more important than your birthday. All right, there we go. Now all of our fans are in and it looks good. Oh, I will sing her happy birthday here in a minute. I always sing her happy birthday. I just didn't know today was her birthday. We usually have it on the calendar, so I got to tell Jasmine because it's not on the calendar. We really do need a team calendar birthday thing. Now with Lando being born, okay, this is just going to be better when I do it downstairs on the bottom boat. What's the matter? Oh, let me scoot it over. All right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now that's back in. Oh, you know what I realized was also the reason that I was having issues with Q latch is because of the GPU sag bracket. But it's fine. September is a busy birthday month. So is it, who else's birthday's in September? I mean, my wife is. Tom's birthday's in September? Oh, wow. And so I know my wife's birthday is in September. One of our wives, our best friend's birthdays is in September. Brittany's, because yeah, you're going to that party without me on Saturday, even though it got moved for us. All right, here we go, guys. Okay, so that's all set up and back in. Now we just got to flip it over for the PSU, but that's what the build looks like so far. But I got to sing happy birthday to Blondie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Blondie. Happy birthday to you. And there, you gotta get a real close nostril, nose can.
I couldn't do it to you, Blondie.
You couldn't do it. I was trying. Happy birthday, Blondie. That's awesome. Everybody say happy birthday to literally probably one of the most awesome people on our team. Blondie is amazing. She's been here since the beginning. She is a real gem of a human being, and it's so cool that we have her. And so it's a very small way of us just saying thank you for her. And you know, we always like to get her a little birthday gift. So we will, don't worry. And that will be my nose hairs that we will trim afterwards and send them to her. Anyway, so it was good. Well, thank you guys. She is a rock star. She is a rock star. And I appreciate her very much. Birthday gift is nose hair. Come on, that's a pretty amazing birthday gift. I'm just saying.
Make her a sweater out of nose
I
hair.
make a sweater out of nose hair. After 10 years, she'll be able to make a full nose hair Robeytech sweater out of his nose hair. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let's get the PSU in now, guys. Return to sender. My nose hair does not have RGB. I've been working on it. Dude, 42nd, dude, how? That's crazy. 42 years married. That is awesome. So I'm at 23? Yeah, 23. We're coming up on 25. So, dude, 42 years. That is awesome, Zenu. That is incredible. And congratulations to you, and you're amazing. I'm just going to assume wife. I'm just going to say, assuming wife. And congratulations, you two. That is amazing. So, what's up? How are you, man? I'm working on it. Dude, I love my wife. She's my best friend. And then second is Brian. You just say spouse. Nobody says your spouse. I mean, dude, nowadays you can't say anything. You just gotta, yeah, there you go. I'll say spouse. Yes, your spouse. But actually, no. I've been reprimanded for that too. Because some people are like, they're not my spouse because we're not married, they're my partner. And then some people I got married, then I started saying partner, and then I got in trouble because it was like, well, it's my wife. So I'm just gonna say, whoever your significant other is, maybe I just do that. Yeah, that's Figment, that's the thing, Figment, yeah, significant other seems to be the safer one, yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry about your toothache, dude. You know who else has got a toothache? Brian. Come on, that could be a good thing though, Figment. I mean, some people like all those things. What's up, Pig Radio? Miss you, buddy. Okay, we got a lot of stuff here. So much stuff in this bag, doo-da, doo-da. So much stuff in this bag, oh-da-doo-da day. Do I use it at all? Nope. Brian is always catching Slack. Actually, he's very rarely on Slack.
That's not true. It's the difference between being on it and ignoring people.
Dude, I said that once too, and somebody said they are not my better half, but they were getting ready to get divorced, so then I lost that battle too. It's just, you just can't win. Yeah, Brian is usually dodging boxes. That is true. He dodges a lot of boxes, and he looks at me and he gives me this look. He's like, because he knows that I'm being a pill.
He's trying to give me paper cuts for these boxes.
Trying to give him paper cuts. Trying to impale you, dude. There's no paper cut about it.
I'll have scars all over my legs from all the prickly shrubs and things like that.
From the
When we were in Medford,
dude.
trying to do that Porsche video.
Oh, I like how you're complaining about the Porsche video.
I didn't get to drive them.
You like that? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so we got all the extras. I'm not going to be putting the hub on or anything like that because it's not needed for this build. But the cool thing about the Lian Li Edge is that you can actually add a hub to this thing, so you could actually have a USB hub if you wanted to. No, dang it, missed. Just, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, one of the things that's really nice about this AIO is that it actually does come with, if you wanted to, a additional fan hub. So I could have just plugged all the fans directly into this, and then you can just have the single cable go from here out, and it also includes a USB hub. So it's something that's really, really neat about this. I don't use it very often. I probably potentially should. It's just really easy. It just plugs right into the PSU, which is super cool. I like it more for the cabling stuff, but yeah, it's still such a neat feature of this PSU. Here we go. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I will. Okay, so it depends on the version. This one actually is okay. It's got more than enough. But dude, installing the second PS, the normal, like the additional ones, we're not gonna be doing here because I still have to end the stream by a certain time. So yeah. There we go. There we go. One more. Okay. Okay, there's all of our screws. Don't need that anymore. Now, we just need to plug in all of our cables here. First one is our 16 pin. It's gonna go right here. There's that cable, and then we need CPU and then that's kind of it, right? Like everything else is just, I don't need SATA. I don't need the extra PCIe. There's a CPU cable. We only need our 24 pin. There we go. Okay. Okay, guys. One thing that's really nice about using NVIDIA GPUs, I'm just saying one, there's other things, but one of the things I really do appreciate is just the 16-pin connector. I know it's not everybody's favorite, and sometimes if you don't plug it in all the way, it can cause problems, and for like 8 people or 10 people it did. But it does make just the amount of cables you have to use on builds way shorter, so which I do appreciate. Okay, so there's that. That's all the cables I need. Get them plugged in, and then we'll just cable manage and call it a day.
There you go. There's that one.
Perfect. What I'm going to do here is use the cable here. Keep it nice and taut. There it is. Okay. There's that cable. Okay, next one is the GPU. It won't fit that way, so we'll have to go through the bottom. Okay. Okay. Luckily we put it in the right way. And then we just make sure the blue is plugged in all the way. There we go. With what? I have no idea. That was weird. I hear that too. Hopefully you don't blow up. Okay, there we go. Nice solid click. That looks great. Looks great too. Then we just have to do one more cable. It's our CPU cable. Weird.
So you heard it too?
Yeah, I did.
Just with my ears or your ears?
I don't hear it on my ears, no. My ears sound amazing.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's all the cables. Okay, now we just need to make it look pretty. Last little bit of this little process here. Okay, what I'm probably gonna do, I think will look actually really good. Sense pin. It's getting close. It's almost finished, Apex. This PSU is really for dual chamber cases, not all cases. It works really well for dual chamber. It's not made for like your standard ATX, one. Yeah, this is made for dual chamber cases. Okay, let's get this one fixed and then kind of last cable. There we go. Okay guys, build is done. Oh dude. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about the strimmers. I was like, oh yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense why. Yep, so I gotta undo some stuff. I knew it was something. I was just so used to it. It looks so pretty, and then I realized, oh yeah, it's not. Never mind. It's not done. Gotta put the strimmer cables in. They're right here. So yeah, well that looked really good that way. But you need more RGB, sir. So we shall add it. Strimmer cables. Okay. Okay, so this one we're gonna have to switch out to the white. There we go. Okay, and then we have this one. We'll have to probably switch to white too, I'm guessing. Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah, Robeys versus cables, round 2. It's so funny, like I was just like, oh, this is coming out so nice. And then I realized, oh yeah. Well, I didn't realize. Brian reminded me that I'm not even done with the cables.
I mean, that's not in the chat.
Yeah. But all good, right? I'd rather have it be right.
Have they advanced strimmer cables at all in the last year or two that we haven't
Oh, yeah.
really used them?
Yeah, now they're nicer, much more straightforward, and then these are wireless too. How they're wireless? I don't. Oh, it's not so it just will connect automatically. Cool, that's neat. Yeah, that one screws. This one. No, don't go back on. There we go. Okay, there's that one. They do not give you white. Oh, so these are, oh, this is only for the connection, but the other side is not. Okay, so this does not change to white. Okay. This is just going to stay black. Okay, I get it. There we go. But the other side can change. This can change, okay. Now this one is going to go, this is the wrong way, so I'm going to have to flip it over. Okay. This out. Go. Okay. It goes like this. Oh, hold on, I think I have to get this out first. Okay, you got to rotate this around here. Okay. Trying to figure out how to do this. Oh, let's just make sure I'm not missing something important here. Trying to get this off, guys. I got to get this off here. The one that I want is this way. Okay. Trying to figure out how to take this little thing off. That's the wrong one. It's this one.
Use the provided screwdriver. Push the clip forward to remove the original. Push the cover from the inner side on both sides. 2. Push the clip forward to remove the original clip. Okay. Okay, I think.
Do you remember that scene in Napoleon Dynamite where the uncle is trying to sell Tupperware and he like asks the guy to break the bowl? And he's like stretching the bowl as hard as he can and he just couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what this is at right now. Like,
It's just, of course, I get the 50-50 chance, and I can't.
once I figure it out after the first one, it'll make sense, but. Okay, so that comes off of this, and then this is push the clip forward, but I see what it clips to. It's this right here that it's clipping into. I need to flip it upside down and then. Ugh. This is not working. I mean, they don't want it to come off easily, which I get. It says, use, okay, I got that. Push the cover from the inner side on both sides. Push the cover from the inner side on both sides. Push the clip forward, okay. So push it in and push the clip forward. Okay, that's what I did. Dude, this is not working.
Yes, Sergeant Nobody.
What?
Lance, you look like a nice, strong young pup. Why don't you go and see if you can get a nice chair? That's hilarious. Such a good movie.
Dude, this is not coming out. I have like nothing to like really push on it either. Okay, this is, they want this to be white. I'll come back to it. When all else, walk away and there you go. I have a love-hate relationship with these so far. Okay. Alright, we got that one in. Okay, there we go, we got that in. Okay. We got one thing in. Changes to white. One thing is accomplished. Okay, loosen that. There we go. Look at it. Okay, there's the Strimer. There you go. Okay, there's Strimer 1. Now I can come back to this thing that I didn't do. I couldn't figure out. Let's try it again. So this is done. Okay, next one. Slide cover. And then that just pops off like that. Done. I like how it says step 4, done. But the step side, it literally says like you have to push these in, but they're like supposed to like pop out. So it's like I'm looking at this thing and it's just like, they're supposed to come off of these little latches right here. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I figured it out. Okay, now I need this whole thing the other direction, so I think yeah, because we need it to go, the sense pins have to be on the bottom. Okay, so I take this off. Go. So is the, come on. There we go. I don't know how they want me to flip this over because I need this to be this way. Okay, I guess just like that. I did it. Okay, let's see here. Now I need to put this back on. Hopefully it works. Okay, now the stuff is backwards. Okay, so now this should be at the top, so I need this one. There we go. I've almost got it, guys. Be careful, don't strip this. Shoot, no crud. Thing came undone. This needs to be right in here. Oh wow, this is not as straightforward or easy as I liked it to be. Oh, how did that come out? That's not supposed to come out. Okay. Wow, this is like annoying. Like really annoying. Okay, that's in now. I wonder if it did do some stuff down here at the bottom now. It just feels like this isn't supposed to be this hard. But I mean, like the thing's in the right place now. Disconnect this for now. Let's give it more, there we go. I think it's just like I gotta give it some room down here or something. And it doesn't even quite feel, I guess it is. Shoot. Yeah. Gonna make sure this is all the way in. It just doesn't feel like, I mean, I understand, like, they give you some stuff and it's like supposed to be, but it's like, it's just was, when it's bent the way that it was, it's just like, okay. And that wasn't all the way through, right? There we go. Yeah, that feels better. At least it's parked all the way through now. Yeah. Get in there all the way. Well, come on. Get that is in. Feels better, maybe. See, it just doesn't feel like it should. It should feel like it's like it could be all the way flush. Okay, if I do that, it's flush. I don't want to strip the screw though. Okay. No, it's still not quite flush. There you go. Okay, that's flush. And then this is also now flush and correct. Okay. Okay. There we go. This is going to be a giant pain in the butt to plug in, just so you guys know. Ugh. Just because of how this case is, but we'll make it figure it out. The last part. To do like, okay, so that's gonna go like this. Oh shoot, are you freaking kidding me? I didn't even put it on right. Son of a biscuit eater, I put the wrong direction. How did I do that? Oh man, how did I do that? I like checked it like 30 times. Yeah, we gotta, guys, I have a hard stop at 2:30, so we're gonna have to, like, I'm gonna do my best, but I gotta stop at 2:30. I did not think this would take this long, so we may not be able to do thermals and stuff, but we'll have to test it afterwards, but we'll finish the build. I should be able to get this. It's just, this is not straightforward. Okay. Okay, let's get this. I just got it. I want to get this done. Okay, there we go. There's 4. There we go. Okay, so I actually want this one. Which is why this probably, I was like, oh, it came together so nicely. It's because it came together because it was the right way. I flipped it out right. Okay. Okay. Actually need it like this. There we go. Okay, that's still the right way.
Blondie's saying there's a stuttering happening with the stream. Jasmine texted me too.
There's a stutter?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. I can only do 5,000 things at once, okay? It seemed to go better. It seemed to go better this way. Anyway. Okay, that's all good. Looks good. Okay, it looks good, guys. I think we might have had it now. One cable left. There we go. Okay, we actually have it. If this is upside down, then I wouldn't even know why. Okay. Now, how am I going to do this is the question. Okay. This is going to have to like... Whoa, that's like bending like crazy. Just gonna have to pull it through the side here. Maybe. Dude. We might have to go the other way and go up, because I don't think this is going to go underneath. This is going to have to go like this and then like that. I don't think you're going to be able to do it underneath. I think this is supposed to go the other direction. Guys, I'm gonna have to switch this around, I think. There's no way to do the low way underneath. Well, I don't think it'll matter. No, you're just gonna have to switch the thing around so that the connections would still be right. Just it would be in the other direction, which is why I think they... Yeah, it's gonna have to go over the top. Which means the way I had it the first time would have been fine. So I've done all this for no reason. Which is the part that's super awesome. But I make the mistakes so you guys can learn too. All right, so we're gonna flip this back like this. forward.
That's funny. Started nobody. Robeytech, live and learn, not lie. Unless I guess Robeytech live and learn, but live and learn makes sense too.
Okay. So yeah, that will work. Okay. Now we're back to the original configuration. Easily and thoroughly. I'm getting faster at it. The first time it took me like 20 minutes, and then it took me 2 minutes, and now it's taking me.
You know, sometimes as a teacher, you gotta repeat, certain concepts for people to get a hold of it.
Yeah, really want to make sure you guys know how to switch the cables on the Strimer. There you go. I just want no, there we go. Perfect. And I think these actually go on the other side. Hold this down, that makes sense. Okay, guys, we switched again. How many times do I gonna flip it? Okay. One more time. Here we go. We just want to turn it on. Turning it on is like the whole thing. You have to go this way. I think it's gonna have to go like that. Dude, that is like, it's just gonna. Yeah, because there's like no, to do that. It's about what I can do. There we go. And that looks pretty good. I mean, like, and then you have it like that. That's kind of what I can do. I'm not even trying to be difficult. I'm just saying. Let's see how that looks. I mean, it's good. It's going to look. I think it's going to look good. Just gotta make sure it's all the way plugged in. Okay. Well, there we go. Cables are plugged in now. That's what we're gonna have to be able to do, guys. It just doesn't have a lot of room. Yeah. I can't get this motherboard box any full of any more stuff. I just want to let you know. There's like, this is like the maximum amount of stuff that you can put inside of a motherboard box. We're gonna do, can you hey Kevin, or can you text Jazz and say we're gonna be about 5 minutes late, but then I gotta run through our sponsor real quick, and then we'll turn this on. We'll go ahead and put the thing on. And then unfortunately, we'll have to do some light thermal. The fans aren't, dude, it's not gonna block airflow. I mean, dude, okay. I'm just trying to see, like, there we go. That looks good. That looks cool. It's gonna be cool. Okay. I mean, the Strimers are just like, they're a taste, right? And you have to be into them, right? And that's okay. And they're a lot of art. I mean, to have it, it's not going to be the most malleable thing, but it is what it is. There we go. And there it is, beautifully cable managed. Now we're just going to see. We're going to turn it on, right? Because I want to make sure it does. Yeah, it looks good. Let's just see if it works. If it posts, that's the most important thing. There we go. We're not going to do will it post, Blondie. We don't have time for the things. Zip ties, I'll do the zip tie count here in a minute, though. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, it'll be fine. It's plugged all the way in, which is the most important thing. Yes, the Gen 5, the connector will be fine. There we go. Cool. That looks good too. Okay. Now we just need to make sure it posts, and then we'll do our sponsor and call it a day here. Okay, here we go, guys. It is on. 3, 2, 1. It is. Did I not plug it in? Wait, did I turn it? Wow. Okay, everything there is on. Oh, okay. Maybe I just might not. And not plug the front panel in all the way? Oh, it must not be plugged in all the way. Weird, it is not turning on. Oh, is this not plugged in all the way? Let's make sure all the cables are connected. That's usually what happens, is like that something isn't plugged in all the way. There we go. Make sure all the cables are seated correctly. Okay. Seated. Oh, it's just not turning on. I mean, the power's on the power's on the Mobo, so oh, it's not quite okay. It's not quite in all the way. Hold on. I think it's got to be this. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm just going to check to see if it was the Strimer. I'm just going to see if I got to troubleshoot, because this is always the thing. See if it's the Strimer. If it's like this, so I'm just gonna plug it directly into Mobo power. Let's see if we have what the issue is, because all the power is incorrectly. Okay. Okay, so the board was getting power through that. It's just not turning on. I'm gonna try and jump it manually, just to see. It's the front panel header, or? This does not have a power button on it at all, does it? I'm gonna see if there's a power button on the on the Mobo, because the Mobo is on, and we troubleshooted this. I mean, we benched it. This is in all the way, right? Yep. Check back here. Okay, all the cables are plugged in. Yeah, I'm gonna check to see if, I'm just gonna pull these bottom fans real quick. But let's see if it's, yeah, because we benched all the parts and it obviously worked when we benched it, so. Come on. Let go of the. That's okay. There we go. That is not doing anything. Make sure it's not the button. Yeah, it's not turning on. So I do not know why it's not turning on. I mean, it's definitely getting power. So shut, and then I'm just gonna check the. Come on. Wow. Try one more thing. Nope, it is not. It is just not turning on. Something must have happened to the board, but I can't. Checking all of the other stuff. It's not even turning on. The power of like the PC is not, it's like it's just flat out. The board is just not turning on. Yeah, it's like got lights and everything else, so. Trying to see if there's anything else that I could have done that would cause problems, and it's just like there's nothing else, guys. We might have a dead Mobo, which is weird because it was like I said, we benched it, everything was tested, it's got an OS on it, like everything is working the way that it was, and yeah, I don't know if we just shorted something or what, but we're gonna have to, dude, this is like the worst luck I've ever had with a build. Yeah. The GPU cable wouldn't do anything. It has nothing to do with the GPU call. It would never be, the GPU cable has nothing to do with it. It would still turn on, it just, you wouldn't get power from the GPU. And it's definitely getting power, right? It's just, it seems like it might be a board issue. That won't matter either, Shellance. It doesn't need both CPUs. The incoming power is enough, it's 1,000 watts. Like, we definitely have enough power. And it's like the fact that the light's on is telling me that there's enough power. And the only two is like I could plug in another PC and it would work. Yeah, it looks like it might be the board. I'm gonna have to have Darby. We're gonna have to have Darby look at it because it's not that I want to stress about it. I just want it to work, right? Like, and it's just like, I don't know what the problem is. So we're gonna have to figure out what the issue is. Yeah, I've never seen this like, it's only happened for a PC not to boot on the show is a big deal, but. And the front panel thing only goes one way. And yeah, like I said, there's power to everything. And there's not even a, oh, see, there's a start button on the Mobo, and the start button isn't even turning it on. So it's like, it's something is going on with the Mobo. Okay. Man, that's terrible. And there's like, it's like everything is plugged in. I'm just gonna, one more thing and then I'll call it. Then we'll have to call it. I'm gonna try just to make sure it's not a different CPU cable. So it is worth testing that because it's a fast thing to test. Not that it would be this, but you never know. Because it's the only, it does act like this cable might be a problem. So I'm gonna just try it, even if it doesn't need to, but I am just gonna try a different cable because then it might be the cable. Is it in? Is it, okay, let's try it one more time. Nope. Okay, with the second case, it's not working. Yeah. So yeah, it's just not starting. Okay guys, yeah, I even did it with checking out the second cable just to see if it was that, and it's just not turning on. So we'll have to get it troubleshooted and fixed and then go from there, and then we'll come back and go. Other CPU cable, they're all plugged in, guys. Here, can you show them close? Literally both CPU cables are plugged in, guys. They're both plugged in. Like it's in there. And then even on the back side, they're both plugged in. Okay. Jeez, and Braxel, just so you know. There you go. And I'll disconnect the beat thing. Okay, Braxel, there you go. You happy? It's not turning on. Won't, like, I've checked the CPU cables, I've checked the power cable, I've checked, like, the GPU's disconnected. The MOBO doesn't power. Yeah, so. The RAM is, guys, it would, even if the RAM wouldn't keep it from not turning on. I mean, if I just did this, guys, it's a MOBO issue. No, I'm just letting you know, Braxel. It's like, I understand, but the thing is, the GPU is not. Like, anything, like, the fact the MOBO is not turning on, you just need to understand where it's at. Yeah. Yeah, I already did, Zemo. All the pens are on, and I've even, like, I can even do it and just try and jump it the normal way, but there's a start button, so I don't even need to do that. And even with that, like, even not using it, it's not jumping. It's just not turning on. So, anyway, guys, we're gonna have to call this. I'm already 15 minutes late, but it wasn't supposed to be this. It doesn't even post. It doesn't even turn on. Yeah. Yeah, we'll make sure it gets worked. The original cable won't have any dude. The GPU is not in there. Yeah, yeah. So we'll get it fixed. We'll have it looked at and then see if we can get it figured out and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, but we have a warranty on all this stuff, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, guys, we got to call it from here. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll get it fixed and we'll let you guys know what essentially happens. It's just not turning on, but it could be a lot of things. This is the thing. If the MOBO goes, the MOBO goes. So yeah, we'll let you guys know. Anyway, guys, have a awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.